Hi, we've got some great information coming up for you today. A lot going on with some friends who are doing the right thing here in St. Louis, and a brand new shop. They've been around a little bit, but they have a new location with some wonderful fashions ladies. Come on with us here on City Corner. Hi, I'm Robin Boyce for City Corner, and welcome to the studios here at STL TV. We've got some wonderful information that's coming up pretty soon, something that's happening in the beginning of June, and it's kind of sort of like a renewal of people coming together. One is for females and one is for males, so everybody's coming together. But in the studios to talk with me about it is Miss Marcia McDuffie, who is the president and founder of Friends. How are you? It's so good to see you.
Always.
It's been a while since the Ferguson Phoenix newspaper.
Yes.
But it's going well, and we're going to get back on board pretty soon with our young people writing about what's going on in their lives. And you constantly call me as a parent of the Ferguson Phoenix saying, hey, when is it going to come back? Come on into the school, and I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. But tell us more about Friends and what you have going on now.
So actually today marks our 2-year anniversary of being on your show.
Okay,
representing
really?
Border Friends.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So some of the things we have coming up is our women's conference. It will be held in June. Then we have our June 1st through the 3rd.
Yes.
So that Friday will be our meet and greet night, where Miss Crystal Hall will open up with kind of like spoken word, words of encouragement for the women. And then on the conference day, which is that Saturday, we have 5 phenomenal ladies that will be speaking. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m., we have Miss Shalonda Williams from Venice, Illinois, who is a fireball, and she's bringing her My Ministry with her. So I'm really excited.
My Ministry,
yes,
really?
She has about 20 plus young ladies and men. Great group.
See, it sounds like you continue to mix and to invite and to expose not only good word that's going on in the community, but you bring young people in as well, because you have a nice family of, how many boys do you have?
I have 3 sons.
You have 3 sons, and you are raising those 3 sons. You're doing
my best.
you're doing a good job. Now you are putting together a conference that's the first one is for the women, and then you got one for the men. It's probably around Father's Day or something like that.
So that one is on June 23rd.
Okay.
And we have, I don't know how many people have heard Rennell Parker.
Yes.
But Rennell Parker, now that's the male fireball.
Yes.
And he's going to be our keynote speaker.
That's good.
We have Mr. Keith Jefferson, who's actually a business owner in the city of St. Louis. And then who's going to close us out this Sunday is my little brother, Minister Joshua Webster. He's from Madison, Illinois, but he's also young. Mm-hmm. So when I look at doing events and activities, I always try to find a way to incorporate our young people, because people always say they're our future, but they're actually our right now. Mm-hmm. And I try to keep that going, because my middle son often reminds me of my words.
Does he really?
So you had an experience with Dayan. So Dayan, don't matter
all
who
of them
you are.
Absolutely just awesome young men. Now, the women's conference, what are some of the workshops women are going to get an opportunity to enjoy?
So Miss Misha Grimes, also has her own organization called Gossip. That's her foundation. It's for young ladies. So she will be speaking solely to the young ladies who are 21 years of age and under about promiscuity, about your language, sexting, texting, protecting you yourself, and what that looks like as a whole. Because often we tell our young ladies what not to do, but we never embrace them on what they are doing and try to help them be better at what they are doing.
Really
because you can't
to.
really take everything from them, because some things that they do, it is a part of them.
But they really need to know some barriers and understand some of the rules and regulations, and then about respecting yourself.
Yes.
A lot more?
Yes. So often, there are words that our young people use nowadays to speak, which is their language, to one another. Miss Misha will address that.
Very good. Very good.
We have Miss Gabrielle Fowler, who's a mother of a son and a daughter. She will be speaking on sexuality, knowing your sexuality. And what that looks like is not what you think from the topic.
Okay.
What she will talk to you about is you don't have to use sex to get where you want to go in life. You can be yourself. If a person doesn't respect you for who you are and what you say is going to go in your life, you need to push that person away. And then we have Dr. Rowe, Ronica Thomas. She's, a lot of people know Dr. Rowe as Dr. Rowe. Dr. Rowe will speak on baby daddies. And it's not what it sounds like.
Okay.
Again, all the topics are not exactly what you think they're going to be about. She's going to speak about how you can co-parent.
Okay.
What that's supposed to look like. And he's not your baby daddy, he's the father of your children. So she's going to break that down, because when I spoke to her about it, she said, oh, I got 3 baby daddies, so that'd be easy for me to talk about.
Wow.
But they co-parent their daughters, and they do a very good job at it. So she's going to teach moms how to stop saying negative things about your child's father, especially in front of the child, because that's not helping your situation or helping the child as he or she is growing. So there's some pretty good topics going to be discussed.
You got Dr. Carla Fry who's going to be there as well?
Yes, so Dr. Fry, I don't know how she's going to bring her piece.
Right, Carla's powerful.
Because she's very powerful all by herself.
Yes, she is.
And with her topic, I haven't gotten to talk to her to see which way angle she's going to come. I know how I would like for her to, but because she is Dr. Fry, I'm going to leave her alone.
Carla will be able to handle it and bring the fire in there for you. Now, the
definitely.
men's conference, what are some of the things that are going to go on there to help men out?
Oh, wow. So with the men, you know, men are often speaking against each other. But if you...
I would say that about females more than
females
guys.
do it, but you don't hear about what the men speak against each other, because it's like the bruh code or whatever. But that's not necessarily the truth. So what our young men will learn, our young men will hear about, is being their brother's keeper. What that really means, defining that's my bruh and I got his back. Because that's what you hear. I got his back. That's
so
my
what
boy.
does that mean?
So what does that really mean?
Right.
And what that should look like.
Right.
Then we have another gentleman who will speak about owning your own truth. So you know you did wrong. You know you committed that crime. You know you said whatever it was. Own it. But just because you own it does not mean you allow society to continue making you own that.
Right.
So things that our young men are being approached with and faced with, because a lot of things that are going on now with our African American men is very hurtful, very painful. And how can we get our city leaders to be behind us and support our kids instead of moms study burying their children?
Exactly. I mean, as you're raising these young men that you have right now, what do you see them being bombarded with that as a mom? And I know your husband's on top of it as well, backing you up on whatever, or you all are together and making sure they're okay. What do you see happening with your babies at this point? What are they being bombarded with? I know you got a couple of them in high school, one still in middle school. What's that like?
So now I have the 8th grader, soon to be 9th grader. I have my middle baby who'll be a junior, and then the oldest one who'll be graduating.
Wow.
The oldest one has always been, no matter what we say, he's always the child that has to touch the stove.
Oh, so he challenges, he does it anyway.
He does it anyway.
Okay.
If you say, Dante, do not put your hand on that stove, it's hot. Dante's definitely going to put his hand on that stove.
Dante just wants to go there anyway.
Because Dante wants to do it. And I realized that a lot of things he has done, he looks at videos and he thinks that what he's seeing on TV is the way of life. And I try to tell him that is not how these people live. That's how they get your money.
Right.
They're not making a living. They're not taking care of their wives, their girlfriends, their daughters and sons.
Some of them aren't. Yeah.
Most of them are not. You know.
All right.
They
Mom knows you're doing the research.
You have those rappers out there that are rapping about money and hoes and cars and whatever, but they have degrees that's sitting on the mantles at home.
They do. They do.
Then there's my son, Dayon. He's my middle baby. Dayon,
that's a good kid.
He is the greatest kid you can ask for.
Yes, he is.
Very humble, very honest, very straightforward, very caring, very compassionate.
He's into sports. He's still in the sports thing. I mean, a big-time fanatic.
Between football, he coaches basketball. So this year, I didn't have my own basketball organization, so he was honored to coach for Hazelwood East Middle School.
Excellent.
So he coached their 8th grade basketball team this year, which was, they went, I think it was 6-3.
Okay.
So he was a little upset about that.
So
but
he's like one of these desirables over there in high school now. What do you
Yes.
talk to him about with reference to the young ladies? Because I find that they are the ones who are the aggressors these days.
Dayon does not like a young lady that talks a lot.
Okay.
He does not like a young lady that does not get good grades. He is more the daddy kid, and I don't know if it's because he's that middle child, but he is more, if she's not where I think she should be on my level at 16,
Okay.
he's not going to talk to her anyway.
Okay, so are you all teaching him some of the things that he needs to look out for? What are you saying to him?
That's a daddy conversation.
Okay.
Because when I say certain things, he goes, "Really, Mom?"
So it's more of a
So
discipline.
it's more, it's more, I'm going to go in there and talk to my daddy because I
Okay.
don't think you know.
Okay.
So that he and his dad really, really talk
It's
a
so
lot
important that
about
we talk to our kids.
Yes.
It's important that, what about the baby? Because I know he's a mess.
He's a hot mess. He's
how
still
do you-
all over the place.
I know, okay. So how do you keep this kid, because he's very active, well, all of them
Yes.
are, but what do you say to this baby about what's going on in the world? They are exposed to so much, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They have all these different things that they can do. How do you supervise that?
Well, actually, Dylan is the one, I guess because he is the youngest, that we have really, really had to monitor social media. Because Dylan has had inappropriate videos on his Instagram page. And so when I come to him and say, "So, DJ, is there something you want to tell me about Instagram?" But you need to post better pictures. No, baby, I mean your Instagram. Don't talk about mine. And he'll explain, and then I'll tell him what is wrong. But then I also allow him to have his opinion about why he think I can have it on Instagram, social media. But then I have to bring him back to when people are running for political offices or people are running to do things in school boards. Your past may be your past and your mind, but someone always there to remember what you have done. No one's
and
going to
pull it up.
allow you to forget.
So these are some of the things that you'll be talking about or have the speakers talk about at these conferences.
Yes.
Tell us
Yes.
again, when do they take place?
So the women's conference is June 1st through 3rd. There's that Friday night meet and greet. The actual conference on Saturday.
It's going to take place where?
It will be at St. Peter's AME Church under the direction of Pastor Shepherd. Phenomenal minister. He has opened his doors to allow us to host these events, and then we're going to
Awesome.
partner with him to do.
They've always been very open, yeah.
Yes.
And then the men's conference takes place again.
It's the same location, just June 23rd.
Okay.
And 24th will be the closeout for
And
them.
you hope people walk away with what after they leave these conferences?
We want them to walk away knowing they have met a new friend, be it a male or female. We want them to walk away feeling empowered and having
Right.
knowledge.
Excellent.
Because at both events, you will have someone there that will be taking applications and actually hiring on the spot.
Okay, well, that
at
was
both
good news.
conferences.
Thank you, Miss Marcia, for coming on. I really
Thanks
do
for having me.
appreciate you. Come back anytime. Next time, I'm going to get some moms and dads, and you all come on, and we just really talk
great,
about after Ferguson, because we haven't even had a chance to do that yet, have we? No, we haven't, but we
'cause
will.
You know, my family had an experience
we
with
all
that
know.
too.
Yeah, and a lot of folks did. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We will be right back. We've got some more great information coming up about fashions here in St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm going to go about it.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Welcome, innovators, dreamers, pioneers of the 21st century. We've been expecting you to come discover your dreams and make your ideas take flight. Just like so many explorers that came before you. Welcome to the hub of opportunity. Welcome to St. Louis. Always exploring.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it here. So what are you waiting for? just go to the site.
Hi, Robin Boyce back in the studio for City Corner, and in the studio with me right now is Miss Tiana Jones, who is the owner of A Taste of Luxurie. This is an awesome boutique. I love it. Ever since I fell in there when you were on Boyle,
Right.
I was like, oh my God, this is my spot. I'm a clothes person. If y'all don't know that already, I love clothing. Anyway, girl, you have moved to a larger location.
Yes, we have.
And now located at Pershing and Union.
Yes.
Many years ago when we first moved to the neighborhood, about to show my age, in the 50s, that was a drugstore and several other things, and it's morphed in several other kinds of businesses over there. It was a chiropractor place for one time, a framing place. But you took that whole corner and have turned it into like a fashion studio.
Thank you.
That is awesome what you've done over there.
Thank you.
How did you get into the clothier business?
Well, a lot like yourself, I love shopping. I love clothes. I used to travel just to shop. And then people started saying, when you go back to New York, can you bring me back this? When you go back to LA, can you bring me back one? And I said, okay, this might be something that I could be doing. So I started off by doing pop-up shows at people's homes, and I actually used to have purses and stuff in the trunk of my car.
Really?
That I would go on my lunch break at my job and go to other people's place of business and pull up, and they come and shop out of my trunk, and they loved it.
Really?
Yes. And then it kind of morphed into something bigger where I was like, okay, I can't keep keeping all this stuff in my trunk. I need a bigger space. I need a space where people can come to me. And so that's how it came about.
Wow. So the Boyle location, how long were you there?
We were there for 12 years.
12 years.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
did you still hold down a full-time job and
I
do
did
that
for
as
10
well?
of those 12 years. I did.
How did you handle that?
It
'Cause-
was very difficult.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of times I had to rely on other people to run my business for me.
And how difficult is that dealing with
And
employees?
I felt as though I was, I was kind of half doing it at my job and half doing it at the store. And so I had to make a very painful decision to give up something. And of course, it wasn't going to be what I invested all of my money into in time
Exactly.
over the years. So I
Exactly.
had to just quit my job and go and do that full time, because other people will run your business into the ground if you allow it.
Now, how difficult was it for you to leave a full-time, safe, secure kind of a job situation? Because I'm speaking to myself as well as I'm speaking to others out there,
Right.
entrepreneurs. How difficult is it for you to say, people will say, take that leap of faith? How
It
difficult?
was very scary. I have had a job since I was 15, and I've always had full benefits since I was 15. This was the first time in my life that I did not have health insurance.
There you go.
And to give all that up right around the time I ended up having another baby.
Wow,
So
you've got a family too.
Exactly. So
Okay.
to not have health insurance was very scary, but I knew I had to make a decision. And it turns out that I made the right decision, because there were some
did.
sacrifices involved, but the payoff was great.
Yes, it was. That business has morphed in, because when I would go to the Boyle location when I had appointments over there off of Lindell, I would go in there and you would be actually opening up boxes of
Right.
stuff that was being delivered, and you were
Right.
like, oh, I've got this great outfit. I mean,
Right.
you fit people as
Yes,
well.
we do.
Because you'll look at a woman's personality as she's just walking through the door.
Exactly.
And you'll say, oh, honey, I know that.
What you'll like. Exactly.
So I'm like, wow, I think this lady is really phenomenal. And I just started telling everybody I knew
I appreciate
about your shop and where you work, because you have some really cool accessories in there.
Yes.
You've got I got your pants on, as a matter of
Right.
fact. I'm wearing those.
Yes.
And the earrings that you have there.
Yes.
I mean, you've got some really neat, unique items in there that just kind of pop an outfit out,
So we try to be a one-stop shop.
Yes.
So you don't have to go to all these different places to put a look together. So you can come into the store and
like
get
that.
a dress or get an outfit, a jumpsuit, and get the accessories and the shoes and the clutch and everything to go with it. And then we're a lifestyle store. So it's not just for going out. It's for every day. It's for going to work. It's for going to church. It's for going just out on a Saturday shopping spree. We have clothes for everything.
Your Instagram account is hot.
Thank you.
You will pop out there some new stuff those are new items that you're getting in, right?
Yes, we get new items in every week.
I mean, the front of your store, and I know we've got some shots of it. I think they might have shown them already. Is just beautiful in that corner. You are a breath of fresh air for that corner over there.
I appreciate that.
No, seriously. In that neighborhood, in that area that has seen ups and downs, you're in the height of it just calming out and becoming a situation that's a huge positive for the St. Louis community. Entrepreneurs like you are what we need and what we are looking for, because you actually put people to work.
Yes.
You know.
And we're so happy that we finally have a men's side.
Oh.
So for a long time, I used to have a men's store in downtown St. Louis a number of years ago, and when the economy went bad, it was hard to keep that afloat.
No, which store was that?
It was called A Taste of Luxurie which is for men.
Oh, yes.
And there was a shoe store next door called Luxury Footwear.
Yes.
And so we were there for a couple years and then just kind of had to let it go. But over the years, men come in with their wives and they're like, where's the men's stuff? Why isn't there anything like this for men? And so I've been wanting to reopen that men's store for some time, and it was finally the right time. And we found a space that was large enough for us to both have men's and women's, so we went for it.
It's a really nice space. You've got that whole other part of the store is all for men and their fashions and things like that. What's the reaction been from male customers in coming in and checking out?
Well, they're starting to find out about us because it's new. But we've had a very good response.
Very good.
Our grand opening was May 5th, so that was last weekend, and we had a very good turnout for that.
Cinco
so that
de
was
Mayo.
good.
Okay,
yes.
so it was a little bit of a party going on over there, derby party as well.
There's always a party going on, honestly.
It is, because usually I love coming into your store because I'll see old friends that I haven't seen in a minute or two.
It's like a reunion spot, right?
It really is. I mean, ladies are in there just talking and sipping and having a good time, and sometimes you'll have a little something there for them to nibble on as they're shopping. And is that what really makes a difference when an individual comes into a store? They feel relaxed, so they'll buy more from you?
It's the customer service that we offer. We don't just come in and let, a customer just go nilly-willy. Like, we ask them what they need, and we really try to address the things that they need. And so it always amazes me when people come in with these horror stories at other places that they've shopped. And I'm like, wow, people really treat people like that? And they're like, yeah, they do. And I can't understand why consumers accept that type of treatment when they're spending their money.
Yes.
So I appreciate my customers. I realize that my customers are what have kept me in business over these almost 13 years. And so we really make sure that we let them know that we appreciate them.
And that's so important. What are some of the hardest things that you had to go through in stepping to get this going?
Well, probably the biggest thing is people wanting me to remain a secret. They say,
what do you mean by that?
Well, so they're like, you're my store. I don't want anybody to know about you. You're my secret. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm like, well, how are we going to grow if you don't tell anybody?
Isn't wearing the clothes the whole deal
so
about?
No, they don't want to tell it because they don't want anybody else to have what they have.
Well, I'll tell everybody.
But the thing is, we only have limited pieces. So it's not like a department store or a chain store where you're going to see yourself everywhere. Like, we buy a limited amount of pieces, which is usually like between 5 to 6. And once it's gone, it's gone. So even if you tell your friend, that doesn't mean they're going to have what you have, because by the time they come, it's probably going to be sold out anyway.
It's probably going to be gone, because I know that I picked up these pants. I'm sure they're gone.
Right.
I mean, and I walked out there with 3 pairs.
Right.
I made sure I had every color possible.
And they are gone.
It's because, and then when people see them, well, where did you get that?
So, right, they may not get your pants, but they'll find something else.
They will find something else at your store.
So that's what they say now is, oh man, people know about you now. You're not my little secret anymore. So it took us longer to grow because they didn't want to share.
No, wait a minute. Seriously?
Seriously.
People did not want to tell folks about...
You know how women are. They say, where did you get that? Oh, I got it when I was out of town, or I got it when I was,
I have no issues, and I'm a clothes horse, okay?
Right.
I have no issues in telling people where I've gotten an item from. Most of the stuff I have is from way back in the day that I have kept, and I've just pull it out one day and say, well, why don't I throw this on with this? I don't have a problem with that. I love sharing.
Well, everybody's not like you.
Okay. All right. always
And our
be
motto
messed
is
up like
don't
that.
spend a fortune, just look like you did. So a lot of our pieces are very affordable.
Oh
but-
no, your shop. I was going to ask you about that. How do you keep the pricing down? Is it just
So I don't believe in price gouging. Like, I will charge the minimum amount that I can charge and still stay in business. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not in this business to become rich. If I were in it to be rich, I'd probably be out
You
of the
enjoy
business
what
a
you
long
do,
time
don't
ago.
you?
It's my passion.
Yeah.
It is, and they say when you go to work and you love what you do, you'll never work, because it doesn't really feel like a job per se.
That's the best thing you could possibly have. That is
But
the
I
biggest
think a lot of
blessing.
people are intimidated by the window because the perception is that it's very expensive and they don't come in.
Really?
And then when they finally do come in, they're like, oh man, these prices are great. I would have come in a long time ago had I known. So yeah.
So you get that kind of reaction when people finally
Yes.
come through the door and find it's a
Yes.
taste of luxury. What's that address over there on Pershing?
305 Union Boulevard.
Union, so you're using the Union address.
Well,
Wow.
the men's side on the corner is 301. That's
Okay.
on the Union,
Pershing.
on the Pershing side. But the
Okay.
women's side is 305.
Wow. So I mean, again, a lot of your clothing, you'll go and shop in places like where? Chicago.
I just came back from New York.
Okay.
Yes, so a lot of things we won't, that we have other boutiques won't have because they're just ordering from online. But I actually traveled to pick up unique pieces in LA and New York. So,
Okay,
yes.
I saw a couple of pieces that you had on there. I don't even know if you still have it in the store, but I did save it in my Instagram account so
Right.
that I can say, do you still have this piece?
Right.
And also, I'll see some pieces sometimes that I think maybe you'll be able to order. Can you do that sometimes, or if you find a piece that's close to it?
Right. Well, we get new things in every week.
Anyway,
and we
yeah.
try not to reorder because we want people to feel like the items that they have are hot items
Yes.
and they're unique.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like get it while it's hot or you'll miss out. So I have people that say, oh, I'm going to come back next week, and they come back and it's gone.
What are some of the biggest things you could say to a young person, male or female, who would like to get into the retail clothier business like you have?
Well, you can't just go into business because you like to just shop or you want to make money. You have to go into the business because it is something that you love doing. You have to be passionate about helping women, and not just women of a certain kind, but all women, if you want to be successful, because there's all shapes and colors that make up the world, and you have to be willing to address all of those shapes and colors if you want to be successful.
So it's really important for people to really understand you could just look luxury at A Taste of Luxury.
Yes.
Just come on by and come see Tiana. I appreciate you so much for coming on,
Thank
sister. I
you.
just love your clothes.
Thank you.
I'm going to go broke.
Not broke.
Coming
Affordable.
Yes. But see, I'll buy up everything, but that's okay. Never mind.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in to City Corner. We'll see you next time on this episode. You have a great one.